I love making wood signs. It doesn't matter the size or shape. There's just something about working with wood that is enjoyable and comforting to me. In today's video, I will be showing you how I made this cute Christmas sign using wood from Hobby Lobby. I used E6000 to glue 3 boards together. To apply the glue, I used a skewer and put the glue on it, and then rubbed the glue onto the side of the wood. After applying the E6000, I used hot glue and glued craft sticks on the back to hold the boards in place until the E6000 was dry. After applying the first craft stick, I realized they were a little too long, so I suggest cutting the craft stick down prior to gluing them onto the wood sign. I had to use a utility knife on this first stick, and it was sort of a pain. I glued the sticks going from side to side, and then glued more sticks going up and down on the seam of the wood. I just wanted to make sure that the wood was being held securely. The wood was a little rough. I tried to sand it, but it just wasn't working. So I used some sheetrock mud because I was out of spackling and applied it to the front of the sign using a Dollar Tree scraper. I applied the mud to the wood and then scraped off the excess, trying to make it as even and smooth as possible. I then used my hot air gun to try to dry the mud a little quicker. This hot air gun has been great and really helped me when I need to dry something quickly. I'll leave a link in the description below for the gun if you're interested in it. It really speeds things up when you're in a hurry. Once it was dry, I took the sign outside and used my orbital sander to get a smooth surface. I used white chalk paint and painted the front of the sign. And yeah, I may have poured a little bit too much, but my big paintbrush was nowhere to be found, so I was having to use this small one. I sat the sign to the side to dry. I had cut down another piece of wood to be the top and bottom frame. I used antiquing wax to stain both of these. I had cut the wood so it would hang over the side 1/4 of an inch on both sides of the sign. And I wanted only half the frame on the sign itself. So I measured and made my marks on the back of the wood. Once the sign was dry, I hot glued the frame pieces to the top and the bottom of the sign, using my lines to make sure they were even and straight. After I glued the frame on, I turned the sign upside down and applied more glue to the edge where the frame and the sign met. I used my Cricut to cut out this cute tree on some Plaid vinyl. I got the tree in a holiday bundle from Design Bundles. I'll leave a link in the description below if you'd like to take a look at it. They have some amazing files at really low prices. I got an entire bundle of over 200 cut files for less than 20 bucks. I used a ruler to find the center of the tree and then used tape to tape it into place so I could center up the words under the tree and add everything to my transfer paper. This way I knew everything was straight and centered and fit onto the sign. After applying the transfer paper, I peeled the back off the vinyl and applied the vinyl to my sign. And when I started removing the transfer paper, that is when I realized the sheetrock mud wasn't completely dry. My letters just wouldn't stick and it kept pulling up the mud. The tree portion came off fine and stuck perfect. So I just removed the letters from the sign and let it dry overnight. I did go ahead and add nautical rope to the back for a hanger. I used my ruler and measured over 1/2 inch on both sides. Hot glued the rope and then added another layer of hot glue on top of the rope to make sure it held. The next morning I cut out the words for the sign and transferred them to my transfer paper. I then had to eyeball the center and applied the words to the sign. I then used gloss Mod Podge to seal the entire sign. I think this project turned out pretty amazing. I will leave links in the description for the products I used if you're interested in trying this on your own. If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm uploading videos every week and you know you don't want to miss out on any of them. So make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Merry Christmas! And as always, thanks for watching.